Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another wonderful session of Interstellar Dystopia. For today, we start session 4, and one of my players, a wonderful Sir Bell, has decided to give us a recap of our wonderful events from last week. Sir Bell, if you would access your data logs and tell us what you had last logged in, the floor is yours.
Log 1. 403 years ago, it was America Day, and that day we decided that we would suplex a giant mutant after finding a doctor on the lower levels of the facility. Once we found him, we went to fix the generators that were getting attacked by several mutants. When we did get there, we were finally touching the outside soil, finally free of the mechanical prison we live in. Once we got outside, we managed to take care of the rest of the monsters, but along with those came other problems, like Jack Blackman's mental health, and Celestia disappearing for about 3 seconds and then reappearing. We do not know what happened, but we will learn.
Beautiful. Where your logs have lost some of their information was the audio that was played from the Central Communications Center, not far from Central Security within the main complex of Sahara. To those that were able to recall, we had an unfortunate information dump happen. A gentleman with an interesting accent had been attempting to get information out to others when he seemed to have been removed. Others seemed to be holding him hostage, and we learned the identity of a young gentleman, one that sounds eerily similar to our Jack Blackman. Today, our first player is indeed said Jack Blackman. So Jack, last week, after having dealt with a minor horde of the undead coming to damage the generators, you and the crew having enough time to get them back up and running, dealing with a behemoth that tried to go critical, every last one of you has had some rough and tumble times. We'll say it's been a couple of days since you all last gathered. Taken some time to recover, heal, you've had a long rest. So, with that on the table, tell me, where do you direct your mind today? As always, we have our 3 components before we're in combat, which is movement, roleplay, and any investigations and checks you wish to do. So, regale me. How do we start the day?
So, what Jack has been kind of formulating and planning as to these last couple of days, because he kind of thinks, well, you know, they have, and they're not really going to do anything yet, whoever this person is. He already knows, he has a pretty good idea as to who it is, but it's like just a matter of getting there and getting them back and taking care of this guy. Anyway, so he's been kind of formulating a plan in his head as to how he's going to go about doing that and who he'll need for it and all these different things. So his focus is on his supposed wife and child at this point. And he already made it clear last session that whether it's just going to be him or the entire team, he more than likely, if nobody's going, he's going to do it by himself. You know, he's willing to risk his neck to save his own wife and child. So at this point, he's thinking, okay, well, you know, who do I need? Where do I go? You know, so I think, is there a terminal that kind of gives me information about these so-called coordinates that Loretta left, Jack?
Why, yes, there is. You'll know that in Central Security, there is a telemetry and targeting computer that is used to help bring in those that are interstellar bodies and ships traveling across the cosmos, connected to the spaceport in particular. It's a small building that is not far from the main landing strip.
Yeah, I'm gonna head that way and see what I can find. See if there's any other kind of information I can find leading up to how they got there and whatnot. So it's more of a detective work kind of deal.
Understandable. Now, as you are heading over towards the central telemetry and guidance computers that's near the spaceport, it's going to take you a little bit of time to reach there. You're going to have to go to the vehicle bay and cross part of the surface of the planet in order to get there. We're going to say that that's going to take you a little bit of time. So is there any role play with any players or anything you wish to do before you do so?
I'm going to talk to Sir Bell.
Okay, beautiful. I will put 4 minutes on the clock and let you gentlemen have some fun with it. Your roleplay begins now.
Mr. Bell, do you have a moment?
I have plenty of time. I'm not currently working on any projects.
I'm gonna need you for something.
Happy to be of service. May I inquire what?
So there's a terminal that I know I'll be able to get into possibly, but I feel like you'll be able to glean more information out of it than I can. Do you mind coming with me to this little facility that I'm going to and assisting me with this matter?
How far is the facility? We should not stay too far from the rest of the group.
It's not far.
If that is what you say, I will follow.
All right.
So, Sir Bell will very easily drift almost silently along beside you, with Minnie Bell upon their shoulder, ready for the adventure. The two of you kind of easily make your way out of the building unnoticed by the others who've been dealing with their own things around the facility. You make your way out towards the main vehicle bay. It's short order before you take what is known as a surface hopper. Small vehicle made for one person, but obviously Sir Bell has their jets. We'll say it's going to take you about half an hour's worth of travel to go from the spaceport to that facility. So while you are currently making your travel, we'll pop to our second player for now. Celeste.
Yes, I am here.
Celestia, last when we had gathered, you had spent some time trying to hold back some of the undead and, spending some time upon the surface, even meeting with the Lord of the Cosmos themselves, giving you a marker representing that you are their agent upon the mortal realm. You've had a couple of days to associate yourself to that power, letting it slowly sink in. You've been at the main complex in the crew facilities for a couple of days, going over some things. I turn my perspective to you. How do you address the world today?
Sitting on the edge of somewhere, kind of off, muttering to myself still about the mark, trying to know more about it and wondering where everybody else is because I'm kind of separate from the group. I purposely separated myself.
Reasonable. So you'd have to venture outward to find someone, I would suppose.
Get up and start walking back around the area.
Okay. With a very slow gait, you've made your way from the crew's quarters out towards the main complex. This is the main hub that goes to every other part of the facility, though you're well aware of that by now. Where do you find yourself heading, Celestia? Oh, I see. As we are dealing with a minor technical difficulty, I'll take this opportunity to remind everybody that we here at the Luckroll Chronicles could not get where we are or heading in the future any further without your help. So, if you'd be willing to hit like, subscribe, and make sure you click that bell, you can always be aware when we're bringing new episodes to the table. And I can't wait to show you some of the things that are coming down the pipeline, because today is just the tip of the iceberg of more adventures to come. While we wait for that unfortunate issue to come to pass, we will have to move our turn over to our third player for the day, Dr. Ferrum.
Hello.
Dr. Ferrum, when last you had been with our crew, you had spent some time literally in a grapple off with a giant monster, taking the time to throw them off into the vacuums of space before they had enough time to detonate and take out some of your crew along the way. It's been a couple of days since that time. You've had time to tinker and work in your labs. In fact, that is where we find you at this moment, down in your laboratory, running a number of experimentations from some of the samples you gather. Tell us, what does that look like?
Dr. Ferrum would be mixing a concoction. He would have a vial of some sort of dust or plant matter, and he would pour some sort of sparkling liquid into it, and then he would set it down, and he would go over to the burner and make sure the temperature's right, and then check a thermometer. Yeah, he'd be moving around. His number one priority is trying to make sure that everybody is safe. The number one rule for him is space is safe. So make sure that there's nothing that can contaminate the air for the people that need to breathe. Make sure that everything is secure so there's no containment issues. Yeah, just make sure everyone is safe and everything is up to snuff.
Understandable. Would you do for me a knowledge arcana check? The challenge to overcome would be a 12.
A 12? I rolled a 12 with a +7. So that'll be 19.
Oh, beautiful. As you are working in the lab, going over your samples, going over the barometric measurements within the complex itself and making sure that air is stable, things are clean, you see a readout coming across one of your displays. One of your experiments has borne some fruit. By combining some of the lingering flesh on one of the local undead you'd managed to harvest, and some of the local literal dust and particulate, you have managed to reanimate flesh of your own. It is a small piece, a singular hand, but your experiments has allowed the flesh to revert partially. It is still very much necrotic and damaged, and bone is showing, but it's not suffusing blood or plasma.
I will walk over to that experiment and I'll start analyzing. I'll write some scientific notes and then I will examine it, but I'll try to get a reaction from it, essentially. See if it's some sort of level of sentient.
As you are poking and prodding it, it reacts with an average nerve response. You prick it, it flinches, it reacts to the physical touch. Those various sensory things are intact, but it's not showing any higher function of brain. It's not showing sentience. Just the average flesh responding as flesh is meant to respond.
The last thing I would do is probably just try to sign language, hello, and that'd be it. Like if it's not, he would be writing these down and be like, interesting. This is some sort of breakthrough even, and yeah, he'd go back to conducting the studies, and this would be the next biggest thing he would be interested in, trying to see what sort of this reanimating flesh entails for him.
If you would, please roll for me a D10 and tell me the outcome.
Ooh, okay. 4.
As you have sent out of sign language, trying to spell out hello, the hand wobbles, flips a little bit, and manages to curl into the singular OK position. You're not quite certain if this is a nervous reaction or a moment from you trying to communicate, but you've seen it do something.
It responded to me, and he would reach his hand out to it to see if it would do like he would give it like the 90% towards it to see if it returns the last 10%.
You're choosing to go flesh contact to flesh contact.
Flesh contact.
I need to roll for that. Hold on just a moment. As you make contact with the skin, you notice that it's rough feeling underneath your own grasp, almost paper-like, not as normal flesh would feel. And much to your confusion, the skin begins to crawl off of the hand and onto your own. And you feel your own sense of touch, perhaps for the first time in a long time. You feel the actual temperature within the lab. You feel all of the literal moments of moving and grasping your hand before the flesh falls off, no longer alive. Whatever has happened, you are definitely making a breakthrough.
Would this be the first time he's tried something of this sort?
Yes, this would be the first time he would have tried this. This is a literal jump in logic.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was amazing. Oh, and then he would like go over right down, and he would go over to his, he'd probably have some sort of video lab set up, and he would say, Baron's log. He would give the date. Today it seems that I have created skin, and as somebody who does not contain skin, it seemed to be almost symbiotic with my form. We would conduct further studies, and I will report back to this fair amount.
Beautiful, Dr. Ferrum. As you have made your voice recording, your eyes are drawn to a flashing notification on your HUD. It seems someone has activated the vehicle bay and is currently taking one of the surface hoppers off across what appears to be the landing strip outside the spaceport.
Would I see who it is?
Would you please roll for me an investigation to see if you can zoom in your cameras and get a clear view? After all, even in the future, CCTV is only so much.
Oh, right. With a
that is a 19 from the DM.
With a 4 and a +0, I'm going to stick with a 4. So, little sandy out there.
Yeah, I'm afraid you have been so fascinated by your most recent discovery that your hand, now that it's felt sensation, it's kind of alien to you for a couple minutes trying to get back to the instrumentation. It's just not quite responsive as it would be, so you can't get the camera to zoom in as clear. But you can make out the vague shape of a cowboy hat. So it gives you a clue as to, at least Jack Blackman is heading across the surface.
Would I see one or two vehicles moving across?
You see one vehicle currently moving across.
Okay. I would most likely, if I saw the cowboy hat, I would most likely leave and try to go find the other two.
To find your other comrades?
Yes, correct.
Understandable. So you would slowly leave the access port of your laboratory, heading towards the main common area.
I'd lock it up and stuff, yeah.
Understandable. It's almost negligent at this point. When you wave your hand, the scanner recognizes your form and puts everything on lockdown.
Okay.
Standard protocol for lab specialist.
I just don't want to come back to trouble.
Understandable. Is there any player you'd like to role play with when you get to the main atrium, or would that be your turn?
The first thing I would most likely do is look for Celeste. I would imagine that they would be the one I would find first. So
understandable. We'll say as Celeste has come out of their living quarters, you kind of bump into each other almost fatefully, you could say. I'll put 4 minutes on the clock, and then when this is over, Celestia, we will get back to you. Unfortunately, had to miss turn due to technical difficulties. Have fun, you two.
Celeste. Hi.
You scared me. What is it that you need?
I actually just saw, I recorded a cowboy hat moving across the landing strip outside. I was going to come find you and Sir Bell and try to assist as I could.
Perhaps Jack went on one of his joyrides again, as he does very frequently.
Does he do that often?
Unfortunately.
How long have you known him?
Well, only since the ship, but as someone who's interacted with him a lot, he has that kind of attitude and way of living that it does appear to be something he would do.
He seems to live by his own moral code versus abiding by the law. Where would you put yourself between those?
I'm very much a person who listens to what my heart says.
So would you say that you follow more akin to Blackman versus a orderly individual?
Well, I wouldn't say anything, really. Mainly because, in my opinion, most of the time it's very interesting. But I would say that, I'm a very much well-rounded person, unlike some of us here.
Explain.
Well, although, Sir Bell has his moments of being very cool and having his own ways of doing things, he also has his moments of interestingness. Just more Jack entirely.
Do you find yourself amongst company you wish not to be?
I mean, I'm kind of stuck with them. There's no other people here. So I kind of have to, even though I'm not really a person who particularly likes to be around men.
Why the sexism?
Well, my father didn't treat me too well as a kid. Since then, it hasn't been the same.
You seem to have a lot of resentment towards Jack Blackman. Does he remind you of your father?
A bit.
Do you believe you are, how they say, judging a book before reading?
Do you mean judging a book by its cover?
Is that how it goes?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Do you feel they are helpful to your objective?
Well, he does have some skill with his things that he calls guns, even though I do find that a very interesting way to kill a person.
It's very obtuse.
It's quite effective, though. So even though I might not agree with it, I go with it for now.
Firearms are for more simplistic men. But you are correct. They have the same degree of effectiveness.
Precisely.
What do you wish for, Celeste?
What do I wish for?
Yes.
Why?
I feel as if you were a guest in my so-called complex. How can I make your stay more enjoyable? You seem to like to be secluded from the past couple days' analysis. Would you like me to find a less trafficked area for you to call home for now?
Nobody's really ever asked me what I wanted. That's
Why not?
strange.
Do you not have an opinion as others?
As we were taught when I was a kid, in my kingdom, people who were women or children were not allowed to have an opinion. It was our birthright.
When I studied on Terra, I believe in more Nordic traditions where women actually held positions of superiority amongst their tribe and their village. Do you feel as if your castle, your kingdom, needs to be taught this ideology?
They're probably gone by now. As I know it, I'm the only one left. And this mark on my hand, it made me see things that I didn't see before. And
Explain.
understand, my father, he was dragged into a battle that he knew he couldn't win, but he was still too stubborn. He owed a lot of people a lot of things. And so he paid the price in the end, which I was happy about at first, because I never really liked him anyway. But now it's left me here with his past mistakes, and now I have to pay for them.
You essentially have a blood debt to pay that is not of your own.
Precisely.
Well, if you need assistance, I can be here for you in any way. I find myself useful in ways of not firearms, but me and Mars have a certain understanding of each other.
You are not like the others.
Others?
Well, you are a man, are you not?
That's what I was once, yes. Throughout my lifespan, I've been more this golem, this rust, than anything.
I think you're more human than most of the people here.
Scientifically, no, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Not what I meant. I meant emotionally.
Oh, I've had many hours and many years spent studying the living and how to continue to prosper life here on Mars. And throughout my years, I have found that curiosity is what's going to keep your life full of excitement more than anything else.
Would you like to walk together to go find Sir Bell?
I will reach my hand out and towards your cool, your the one that's glowing. And if that's the one you hand me, I would like to investigate it, analyze it.
Sure. I hold my hand out with my star stone on it so that you can analyze it.
Awesome. I'm not really sure what sort of help I can offer you, but I have lived amongst the stars compared to those our ancestors from years ago, hundreds of years ago. So possibly I could discern this with my scientific knowledge.
I mean,
Beautiful. Celestia, please bring it home.
is it my turn yet or not?
Yes, that's what I said. I'm passing the torch over. Dr. Ferrum, that was beautiful. Both of you will get a plot point. Celestia, take it over from here, and let's see where you go.
Okay, so I would like to travel with Ferrum so that we can go find Sir Bell.
I understand entirely. As you guys are in the main central area, you're going to have to take a look at the central viewing screens available in Central Security, which is not far from the main complex. As you're aware, you can hit an access button and it will literally rise from the floor space. Do you choose to do so?
Yes.
As you walk over and you scan your hand across the little podium, slowly Central Security rises from the floorway and you're able to make your way into Central Security viewing and recording. Within a couple of moments, you've managed to go to where all the telecommunication screens, all the monitors, everything that keeps track of the day-to-day activity around the facility. And you notice that there's a little image, frozen. One of the cameras has stopped functioning, but that image shows clearly to you Sir Bell and Jack Blackman on a surface hopper heading across the spaceport.
What the? This is interesting.
Explain.
Damn, come look at this.
This is the vehicle I saw moving earlier with the hat in it.
Why would they leave us? That's not like them.
They've not done this before.
I don't think Sir Bell has. I know that Jack usually has a mind of his own, but he also has a conscience, so he would know not to leave us all.
Do you think they're trying to escape?
I mean, they don't entirely know what's going on here, and neither do I yet. So, if they were trying to escape, why not bring us with them?
Well, we can go ask them ourselves. Are you able to drive?
Somewhat. It's been years, but I
Well,
can try.
luckily they didn't take the fastest one down in the vehicle bay. Let's go.
Yeah.
You both very easily make your way towards the vehicle bay with very small to-do moments, literally, because the doctor has been there for so many years. He knows all the shortcuts in and out of the facility. It takes you a little less time than your crew would normally take in order to reach it. Hopping into one of the other literal surface hoppers, this one, a little more sleek, a little more modern design. You head out across the surface, easily speeding towards the telemetry building and guidance area for the spaceport. Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
Is there an option that I place my hand on the car and it just becomes like ice themed?
I can say that there is a digital projection system attached to each speeder for the rider's quote-unquote personal preference. So you wish it to be more ice themed before you take off? Absolutely. You can say that it takes on a winter bluish hue. There's little cryonic cubes and small ice-shaped sickles all along it. And when it travels outward, you can see that there's small little bits of ice that are flying from the propulsion system.
Ooh.
It's going to take you about 25 minutes or so in order to cross that distance. So while you and the good doctor are crossing the surface, our perspective pops to one Celine.
Yes, I'm here.
Celine, tell us what you've been doing for the last couple of days around the complex. As obviously some wild and crazy antics had happened when we were last together, dealing with the undead, hordes of them, a storm on the surface, a behemoth flying off into space, audio recordings from strange entities. Where do you draw your perspective, and what have you been focusing on for these last couple of days? I'm ever so curious.
Hey, what she is focusing on, I guess her hardest focus for herself is she's looking for a great source of energy. I guess you can say something powerful.
All right. If you were doing a search for something great and powerful, I need you to roll me a d10.
She's also like where it pans to her. Is she a D10?
Yes.
She is humming and holding a doll, humming a lullaby, basically.
Oh, how appropriate. Roll for me your d10 and tell me the result.
I got a 6.
Beautiful. As you are holding the doll, making some small little humming noises, going along with almost a ritualistic song from your people, if you will, you feel waves of sorts. An energy type unlike you've ever felt before coming from somewhere. It's hard for you to pinpoint because it's all encompassing. It seems to be continually watching, observing everything and nothing at once. You feel that this energy is old, very old, and it seems to almost have a will of its own. If you would, please roll for me a Constitution save. That is a 13 from the DM.
Okay. A con?
Yes, con save.
How did I do? Oh, that is a nat 20 plus 4. It's 24.
On that beautiful critical success, your mental representation of yourself kind of reaches out towards the energy, grasping it, and you feel it begin to merge with yourself. You feel new energies begin to submerge your body. You feel almost as if you understand the beginning of the universe. And for that brief moment, you are connected to all that is and all that ever will be, before the energy coalesces into an item before your very eyes. A deck of sorts, a very wondrous deck. For in connecting to the universe has gifted you the deck of many things.
So much power. within my grasp. This is wonderful. A start, but wonderful.
As you grasp the deck of many things, you notice that it begins to change shape a little bit, almost copying your general apparel and motif. You see that there's jewels and bangles attached around silks wrapped around it, keeping it secure and close to you. In fact, you can even see your initials have been embossed just under the jewel in the central cover.
This is amazing. I wonder what else I can get out here. Or out in anywhere in this space. I'll keep playing along. Now, I don't want to be by myself. It's kind of scary out there. So, I guess I can search for my friends. Why not? She says friends in quotations.
As you say the phrase, search for your friends, you feel a pulse coming from the deck of many things, as if understanding your subconscious desire. Do you choose to pull?
Oh, let's see what fate has in store for me. And she will pull out a card.
As you pull the card, you see it flash a brilliant shade of light before it settles on what appears to be a doorway. You have pulled what is known as the door to many. As the card shines before you, a glimmering portal opens, and through it you can clearly see two spacefaring vehicles, one slightly behind the other, heading towards a central facility not far from the spaceport. Do you choose to enter the glimmering doorway?
Well, I am the one for fun and chaos, so let's see where this takes me. And she will walk in.
As you step through the doorway, your attire changes to be something more fitting for survival on Mars' surface. You notice that you have a special custom-fit spacesuit, as if the magics of the universe itself is providing the oxygen, for there is no tank associated. The deck will always protect its wearer, regardless of situation. So you are taking a very merry stroll, not far from the central, let's say, quote-unquote, parking area for those that are using speeders on the surface heading towards the spaceport. You can see that the two ships are very easily closing in on your facility. Within a couple of minutes, both come to a shuddering halt as Jack Blackman, Celestia, Sir Bell, and Dr. Ferrum have arrived. The central telemetry and output facility attached. So, who is your target?
So they all arrive.
They all arrive.
So she kind of she's turned around, and as she hears the space shuttle, as she's looking at this deck of cards, she hears the vehicles behind her, and she puts it away in her pocket. She slowly turns around. Oh, friends! It's so nice to finally see you guys here. It's been a while.
I'll allow for a mass roleplay since we have 5 of us here today. That is 10 minutes or so. So I'm going to let you guys have some fun. Enjoy.
What the hell are y'all doing here?
You doing here?
I'm trying to find some information, and I decided to bring Sir Bell with me because he can help me get into things that normally I wouldn't be able to get into. What are you doing here?
Decided not to tell any of us.
I go wherever the hell I want, woman.
Well, since we were originally working together, I thought you might as well had the decency to at least let us know that you were leaving.
I wish that my wife had the decency to tell me that she was following me, but I didn't get a chance to know that either, did I?
And I wish
Mr. Blackman, I see that you are upset and that you are acting out of emotion, but you do need to understand that there are certain protocols that need to be followed, and with acting so erratically, that could have possibly caused a breach, or it could have caused a loss of crew members. And I just need you to understand that there is a reason that we keep logs. There are reasons that we keep records of where and who people go and when. That's all I ask, is for our best chance of survival. I would appreciate you surviving as well.
I completely agree with the doctor. In this regard, we should have warned them.
Now,
we should have at least told them of our departure.
Now, How may we assist you?
Jack, would you like to tell them? It is up to you. I understand the predicament you are in, and I understand your anger and frustration, but it would be easier if we were all there to help you instead of just you and me. What if another mutant had shown up? We do not have Dr. Ferrum to take the hit like last time.
I know. I'm so used to doing things on my own. I've been doing that for the past 20 years. I've been on my own. No one else, except for Loretta, and that was it. So you'll have to excuse me if I'm so used to doing things by myself, and I feel like I don't need anyone else. And sometimes I feel like I work better on my own. But apparently I'm out of my element here, not like I was on Terra.
I apologize for lashing out at you. I was concerned for your guys' safety, if I'm being honest, which I don't say a lot because I'm supposed to be, men and I just don't usually get along, but I do say that you are one of the more important ones at the moment, so forgive my rudeness.
I apologize as well. I know I should be working with y'all, but I feel like I've been working by myself for so long. Like I said, it's hard to work with other people, especially with what's going on now.
Explain.
Apparently, I figured out that we've not been gone 50 years, but 80. And my wife and unborn child followed me here, got here before I did, have been living there for God knows how long, and now they're both captured, probably dead, because of my screw up. So it's kind of a little bit difficult to still process it after all that's been going on. And I had a feeling, and this was literally the last thing that I wanted her to do, and now she's done it. And now she put them both in danger. And now I have the one man that I did not want to see involved in this. I thought I ended him, but apparently not. So I'm trying to find information on how the hell they got here and why. Because if you know anything about this whole project, everybody has a part to play, even me.
I mean, if your folks got here, there's a possibility that other people could have gotten here too. Like, what if my father didn't actually die and he got here somehow?
My daddy died a long time ago, and the father that never raised me, I ended up putting a bullet in him for killing my daddy. So I don't really have family except for Loretta, and now Elias. So
I'm not usually one to be soft and kind of a consoling person, but I feel like, and I do need to say this, we're all kind of like a weirdly mixed family, I guess you can say. I mean, we all lost people, or we all came from a place where we didn't have family. So now we have each other, I guess.
And you found a dad again in Mr. Blackman.
He's more like an annoying brother, but
yeah, I don't know about me being a father figure to her. She's more like an annoying little sister.
definitely the older sister.
Give or take 80 years, maybe more.
We'll see,
You definitely act like the younger.
says the one who likes to run off immaturely, but, we can see past that.
Did we not just have a whole fucking conversation about this?
Whatever.
You want to bring it right back around to where we just had it?
Yeah. Tone it down.
Guys,
Well,
I thought we were over this already.
I thought we were too.
Listen, I understand your qualms with each other, but Celestia, we understand At this point, you have a problem with men, and it is understandable. I may not know everything you have going through, that you have gone through, but I understand that something must have happened to make you hate men in such a matter. And Jack, you could always be a little bit more compassionate. We all understand what you're going through, but if you do not give us the same compassion we give you, that it makes us feel, with quotation marks, unwelcomed to talk to you.
That is very well said, Sir Bell.
I mean, he does.
Thank you, Doctor.
I believe that whatever hatchets or bones that we have in the facility closets, maybe we should open them up and bury them. It seems that there is a mission to be had. We are out across the landing strip for a reason. Let's continue our mission and we can discuss personal matters in a little bit.
Fine.
We are here to help you, Mr. Blackman. Please do not take anything that we've said as reprimanding you, but I would appreciate you giving us a heads up in the future.
And I'll do my best to help where I can.
I'll notify you next time. It's the least I can do.
Much appreciated. Now, let's go find your family.
Beautiful, beautiful, everyone. Thank you. As you've been preparing to enter the facility and go take a look, Celine, our perspective is still with you. You still have movement, and you still have some options if you wish to take them. What would you like to do?
I think Celine would make her way inside the facility.
As you slowly cross the threshold from the
While they're
nearby
talking.
door, you can hear the whir of different pieces of electricity and various pieces of equipment. You can hear there's telemetry data being printed out on a sheet. You can hear there's all types of bings and clips and automatic processes that are running. You can see that the screens are just alight with information. I'm going to need for you to do an information check, which is an investigation in this case, to see if you understand any of the information being brought across the screen, as the technology is not native to your lands.
An investigation.
Yes. That would be an 18 from the DM.
Okay. That is a 15 plus 4?
Just able to pass it. So some of the higher terms, some of the scientific terms are not quite sticking, but some of the other more basic things, such as atmospheric control, oxygen, water levels, life support, power, those things are making sense to you because you've been dealing with the stuff around the facility a little bit. It's starting to become almost a second nature, but still a little not quite there. But you notice something very strange about the readouts. As you are taking a look, you notice there's a blood trail on the inside of the facility. You see that there's handprints and broken equipment, shattered glass, strewn drawers, knocked over cabinets. Everything is all over the place. Someone has been through here recently.
I guess we're not the only ones who are interested in this location.
As you make this little observation, you start taking track of things. Our eye in the sky pops over to one Sir Bell, who at first seems to be doing just fine. All of his displays are on, thrusters are perfectly working fine. When you notice his power starts to dip a little bit, he starts to lose a little bit of altitude. His eyes are not quite as bright.
Jack.
Jack, do you take enough time to catch him before he hits the dirt?
I'll try.
What is your strength stat?
Let me look real quick. Oh, God.
That's a good sign. What is the number behind that? It's a 9. I will allow you and Sir Bell to roll a combined D20 score in order to overcome the challenge. The combined challenge, it's a 2. It's a 1 on 2 D20s. Oh, no.
Let's go.
Double crit.
Ooh.
Okay, I kind of jinxed it. I got a 1, so
I got a 7. I thought I got a 1 too.
The false 1 almost showed itself. You have just enough between the two of you, between the last little bits of reserve power that Sir Bell has and your quick acting. You've managed to grab him from falling out of the sky, and you very easily are able, using the lower gravity of Mars, to kind of gently, quote unquote, shove Sir Bell towards the charging station. His optics completely shut out. It's been so long through all the adventuring that he did not take the time to recharge his energy cells. In fact, using a large amount of it last time to overclock and try to save the day. So while Sir Bell is here with you in spirit, he needs to recharge in order to be of use. So we will remove Sir Bell from our active tally for today. Thank you, Sir Bell, for giving such assistance today and being the greatest assistant we could ever have. Your actions will not be taken in vain.
To serve.
That being said, that will bring us back around to our first player for the day, Jack Blackman. Jack, you managed to get your ally slapped into the charging station. You had just enough time and reflex to save him from clunking into the ground and causing even more damage. In fact, even from causing alerts. Your senses are all a wire. Obviously, you can sense something's not quite right. Would you like to do for me an insight check?
Yes, I would.
Beautiful. That is a 10 from the DM. That's a nice middle number. It's looking better. Could have been higher. Could have been higher. I admit it, but it's okay. What do you got?
I got a 20. It's a 15 plus 5.
Dirty 20, still a 20 by my standards. So, your insight, your inner sense of self, and that gut feeling that's guided you so long starts telling you that you're not alone in this facility. Your allies are almost like muted out to your senses for a moment, as you can feel there's something upstairs. You don't know quite what, but you can sense life. Noticing that everything was rummaged and damaged around you, you can see that there is a blood trail that leads up a nearby flight of stairs. Do you choose to follow?
Yeah, and before I do, I say, "Oh no, not another creepy thing up the stairs thing again."
Do you see something, Mr. Blackman?
I'm pretty sure there's something up the stairs, and the last time there was something up the stairs, I had to kill it.
What brings you to that deduction?
You see that blood trail going up the steps there?
Yes, I do. That was not there during my last routine checkup.
Then someone or something is up the steps, and I don't know what it is. So I think I'm going to take my guns out for this one, just to be safe.
I will follow behind you, Mr. Blackman. Celeste, would you like to come with us?
I guess. Oh,
Beautiful. Jack, as you have a little crew of others following you, you slowly make your way up the stairs, trying to be as quiet as possible. The unnatural echo of silence, the sound of your allies breathing, all of it is almost hyper-exaggerated in this space. Slowly, step by step, you make your way upstairs, where the scent of blood grows stronger, a little stale, stagnant, as if the air hasn't moved very much in this building. Yet things have been displaced. Something definitely doesn't feel right to your senses. As you come upon the second floor landing, you see that it is primarily an open flat plateau, but there are two secured rooms not far from you, say a good 40, 50 foot in either direction, and one of them has a door that has been wrenched open. Though you can't see anything inside it easily, you can hear noises, rummaging noises, and an unusual grinding of metal upon metal.
I look at the others, and I kind of silently gesture to that specific door, like there's something in that one.
Understandable. Do you choose to approach the doorway?
Yes.
As you take steps closer, the inside of the doorway starts to become more clear as you can see through the darkness. There is a form of a humanoid figure rummaging through filing cabinets and desk drawers, muttering to themselves. They're of a large build, wearing a black cloak. You can see that there's blood smears every now and then as he turns. Large, half-shaven beard attached to his face. You can see that there's some singe marks in it, as if he'd recently seen some combat. The man moves with a slight limp. There's a blood stamp left every time he makes a step. You recognize this individual. You recognize this individual very, very well. But it couldn't possibly be. There's no way. Do you accept the role play from the DM on the table?
I do.
then start us off.
Jonathan Crest.
It only took you forever to find me. I didn't exactly make it a easy entrance, did I, boy?
I thought I killed you with my father's lackeys, but apparently you were too stubborn to die.
Just like I told your mama back then, you ain't gonna put me in no grave. Since I beat your father to the race, though.
Well, seems time to get another chance to make things right.
I thought you never asked, Junior. You about ready to go for a dose of dough?
Always.
Think you'll find I've changed my steps since the last time we did this little dance.
You see him reach inside of his pocket, and out he pulls the small little silver device with a glowing button up top. He turns to you with an almost smug expression.
I'd be real careful if I was you, boy. If I press this button, you're in for a whole new world of pain.
What do you mean?
Take a look around you, sonny boy. You see all them glowing pretty lights up on the top of them pillars? They ain't pretty lights.
Would you like to do an investigation roll?
I would.
That's a 13 from the DM. What an unusual number to pull at such a time.
Oh, let's see here. Give me just a moment. 23.
Oh.
That Blackman luck.
On that 23, you start to notice that around the entirety of the interior, there are thermonuclear devices that are literally tied to the button attached to him. And you see that the flashing light is in time with his heartbeat. Literally, as you notice the pulse lines in his neck, it is timed beautifully to the device in his hand. He notices you kind of taking a look at his handiwork.
Well, I mean, it is a welcoming party. How else am I supposed to throw a shindig without a big bang? Now, you're gonna throw them laser pistols on the ground nice and easy like. Slowly. I'm keeping an eye on you, boy.
In exchange, I have a proposition.
You ain't exactly in a place to lay land and deals, but I'm in a good mood. What do you got in mind?
Well, seeing as my wife and son, Elias and Loretta, you've met them before, I'm sure. If you tell me where the location is, I might let you live.
You got a pair of stones on you, boy, I'll give you that. So you want to know about your pretty little dove and your lonesome prairie dog, eh? But blowing you sky high would make me feel all the better, knowing you never knew. Now, where'd the fun that be, though? You didn't come here for the fun. You came here for the killing. I think we might as well get to the fun, don't you, boy?
Well, you see, unlike last time when I was by myself, by my lonesome, I've got friends in high places, so I don't think you got a chance in hell in our fire.
Funny you mention all that fancy help you got, boy. Couldn't help but noticing your little friendly robot done hit the dirt. Wouldn't be as if I put a little EMP field on the building designed to ruin electrical friends now, would it? That's one down. I wonder how you'll handle the rest taking themselves a little vacay.
At this, you see him smile unhingedly as he presses the top of the button. What you thought were going to be explosive devices very swiftly change shape, becoming animated golems, each one a humanoid shape. Currently, there are 4 golems, one for each pillar that has been transformed, and you know that the structural stability of the building you are in has been compromised as a result.
Now, I could have done killed you easy. I could have taken you all out with one big old boom. But where would the fun in that be? I wouldn't hear you scream. So I'll do you a favor. You beat these 4 and I'll tell you what you want to know. But until you do, you ain't gonna get an eye on me.
And with that, you see his form literally shimmer and vanish from sight. leaving you and your allies surrounded by 4 moving golems, each getting closer by the step. One at each cardinal point, I should add, north, south, east, and west. So, Jack, taking action, who is the first target you take aim at?
The first thing I do before I even fire is I say, I always knew you were a coward. In fact, you were the first one to squeal. Never think you'd take it this far. And I fire at the closest golem to me.
Beautiful. Armor class is a 15, so you'll have to overcome a 15 base in order to hit it.
Ready? Let's see. 25.
Oh, you're going to hit with no problem on the first one. We're going to call that a crit because you managed to over-succeed the 20. So you will get double damage. Now,
I'm going to do my charges on this one.
I thought you were. I was about to ask, is it grit point time?
Yeah. And I'm going to do a violent shot.
Mm-hmm.
So when I roll the damage, they gain 2 additional hit point die.
I figure it's a big gamble using that many grit dice at this point, but let's see how it plays out for you.
All right. Let's see. Damage. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 13, 10, and then 10, 11. Gives me just a moment. Let me calculate this. I do 42 damage.
On that 42 points of damage, you managed to blast a hole to the very center of the golem, and you managed to destroy it, but you did not manage to destroy the thermonuclear device locked inside of its chest, and it goes off, taking with it a section of the platform you are standing on, separating you from your allies. There is a large gap in the middle of the central floorway. Your allies are safe on one side, but they are a good distance from you and the other 3 golems.
Well, goddamn.
Beautiful kill shot. We'll pass to Celestia. Celestia.
I already have an idea of what I want to do.
Please inform me. What is your idea?
I'm gonna go for magic missile.
Oh, what a true standard. Please, tell me how magic missile works.
It's hard.
Or should I say, whom is your target?
Whatever golem is like close enough for me to hit it.
Ah, so you mean the one that's about to make an overhead slash at Jack Blackman as we speak, coming up from his rear flank?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Then please overcome the challenge of a 17, as it is 15 at the armor class and plus 2 to the amount of distance you have away from the enemy. If you were to use part of your movement, I would reduce that penalty, but that's a choice you're going to have to make.
A bit of my movement to move a little bit closer.
At 15 foot, we'll say that the penalty has been deducted by 1, so there would be a 16.
What did you say was the thing to beat?
16, as you managed to move close enough to reduce the penalty by 1.
16.
Yes, 16.
Oh, maybe 16.
Did you make a 16?
Yeah.
Beautiful, then you just managed to meet the cap. Please roll your damage for magic missile.
Damage. Wait, why is it saying a 3? That should pretty be right. I'm not doing things right.
If need to, you can always do a hard dice cast by selecting the dice.
Oops. Okay. One moment.
Take the time you need.
Loud car going by. Where did it go? Oh.
Your magic missile is going towards the enemy, as far as I can tell.
5. Okay.
5 points of damage?
Yes.
Beautiful. Your magic missile makes contact. You see that it is just enough to stagger the enemy so they do not manage to make their attack on Jack Blackman, missing by a couple of inches and literally slamming their blade into the ground. Though your damage was not great, you did indeed protect your ally.
I'm not happy about it.
Any other spells and cantrips you wish to cast at this time?
Let's see what else I got.
Absolutely. Also, as a reminder to you, Celestia, and to my other players, you do have a plot point in your bag, so if you have any need to use it, make sure you deduct it if you choose to.
Could you explain the plot point a little bit more?
Yes, for a general description of how plot points work, when you have one or two added to your inventory based on the smart decisions and smart play that you make as a player, I award you what is called a plot point. For 45 seconds, you are allowed to take control of the world and tell me what happens, and I have to accept that as canon. So, it is a very, very extremely powerful ability, but it is a catch-22. If you do not have a plot point when you critically need one, you cannot activate one. So, make sure if you're using them wisely.
I might do it because I want to do something really cool.
Oh, please. If you are about to, then I will bring up my stopwatch, and the minute you tell me you are ready, you will have 45 seconds to tell me and the rest of the world how the universe bends to your will. On your mark.
2 seconds to plan this out. Give me 2 seconds.
Yep, I'll give you a couple moments to plan it. Please give me the notification when you are ready. In the meantime, while we wait for this wonderful moment to be planned, and I know I said this earlier, but I can't stress it enough, thank every last one of my players for being a part of this game. Whether I've said it in text, whether I've said it in the side chat, whether I say it here for the whole world to understand, I am thankful to my team and my players for being here every session, and I cannot make any of these things happen without them. So, thank you. So, Madam Celestia, are you ready?
Yes, yeah.
If you are ready, then 45 seconds is on the clock. The world is yours.
Cool. So Celestia is going to do kind of a giant floating backflip over the giant gap that's in between the two spaces. That gives her enough time to get across. And she freezes a bridge across the gap so that Ferrum could get over. And she kind of puts herself between Jack and the golems, kind of as a way of saying, I got this. That's all I got.
And perfectly on time. You came in right at the last syllable of 45 seconds. That was beautiful. Your ice bridge is strong and is easily able to bear the weight of others. You are in front of your ally, quite literally acting as a shield against the oncoming onslaught. For good or ill, you have entered a direct fray. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Nah.
Beautiful. Then it is one of the enemy's turns before we get to Dr. Ferrum. One of the golems, having gotten moved to the side and deflected, decides to take action and target one of you nearest. I'm going to do a D4. 1 and 2 will be Jack Blackman. 3 and 4 will be Celestia. Jack Blackman, your number has come.
Oh, Lord God.
You see from the eyes of the nearest golem an unusual purplish hue begin to form as it blasts out Eldritch Blast towards you. What is your armor class?
I think let me check here. I'm scared. My armor class is a 15.
If the armor class is a 15, then the enemy has to roll a 15 or higher in order to strike you. That's a 14. It does not.
Oh,
the beam has gone wide, at least the first beam.
Oh,
Here comes
no.
the second. That's a nat 1. Oh no!
Yes.
As the creature tries to focus its second beam outward, it almost has like a nervous twitch in its construct eye, and you notice it kind of closes the eye and half explodes in its face. It takes some points of damage, and the body is smoking, but it is still very much in the fight.
I just look at it and I go, missed me.
That is the second golem's turn now on the docket, because there was a tie for turn order. Second golem, a good distance away from the both of you, notices its ally just failed, and you see it kind of slam its hand against its chest, and a glow surrounds the third golem on the other side. It has activated True Strike. The third golem, having been given an augmentation, targets Celestia. Celestia, what is your armor class?
My class is 11.
An 11. On 11, you see that it has hefted a spear and it is trying to attack you. Boy, did it fail. It rolled an 8. It failed. Oh, so the spear goes flying past you, missing you and your ally by a good mile, but it does land into the ice bridge and you see a crack start to form. Dr. Ferrum, we come to you. What do you choose to do in this moment?
Okay, so first off, I need a little bit. I would like to set the scene. We have 4 golems currently standing, or did one of them?
Yeah, there are three. One that exploded due to failure.
Okay, and the 3 of them are in arms with who currently? I think you said one of them was with Jack Blackman currently, correct?
Yes, there's one that tried to smack into Jack Blackman and failed. There is one that cast True Strike on its ally, and the other one that is still mid-throw position. It has yet to put its body back in shape from tossing the spear that missed your ally, but has put a crack in the ice bridge.
Am I able to walk over to one of them?
Yes, you're very easily able to maintain steps across the bridge. It has not lost its integrity, though it does have a crack in it.
Okay, so here's my plan, and let me know if this is not going to work. I would like to, as a rust golem, I would like to cast Speak with Animals, and since Mars doesn't really have that many animals, my feeling is I could speak with a golem as a golem if I cast this.
If the golem were a sentient creature, I would agree with that. Due to the fact that it is a magical construct, they do not have a higher sentience.
Okay. What kind of golems are they?
Just so that you're aware. They are made out of stone and bits of iron. They are made from the pillars that were used to support the central platform on the 2nd floor of the telemetry building.
Okay. How structurally, like, are we thinking like a couple rounds before this thing goes down or no?
It's still holding pretty well. They were just some central support columns. There's a lot more. This is a large platform. This is a couple of the most recent nearby. Much like in a parking garage, 1 or 2 can go, but the rest of the stability will still stay, right?
Yeah.
Similar idea. Easy enough to repair.
How far are the 2 of them away from us? The ones that's not in hits with Jack Blackman right now.
Okay, so the furthest from you is 40 foot. The closest is 15 foot.
Okay, how close are those 2 together?
Okay, so they are about 30 foot apart from each other, roughly.
Okay. Well, 20-foot cube doesn't work though. Sorry for holding on to those. Okay.
It's perfectly all right. I appreciate planning and forethought.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'd like to run over to my friends and help them.
Okay, there's more than enough movement that you can use a charge action to get to them. That's not a problem. How do you mean to aid them?
What I would like to do is essentially either try to stop either of them from getting hurt or prevent the amount of damage, and I want to be in between them, essentially.
Okay, so I will allow that whenever an attack is made against your nearest allies, they will take half damage, but you will have to take that missing half damage from your HP pool. We will call this the defender stance. Reasonable?
Cool. Yeah. Are either of the 2 of you injured right now?
I almost was, but no.
Okay. Doesn't sound like it. I'm just going to use my action. I have a 50-foot range weapon, and this is called the Phantom Touch. This is the spike through the ground that I use as I flavored it. It is a +4, so I will have 18 total.
Not a problem. You'll easily overcome the creature's armor class, but are you attacking the one from the east, the north, or the west? Because the one from the south got completely obliterated.
I will attack the one that is closest to Jack Blackman currently.
That'd be the one from the east. Absolutely. Cool. So please roll for your damage.
That is 5 points of damage total.
All right, so you see that your rusted spike erupts from the ground, almost doing like an uppercut move to the golem's chin, making it stagger backwards.
Knock him down. In my best Jack Blackman voice. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Beautiful. Celine, our wonderful fortune teller, the fates are calling you. It is your turn. As you have been observing the general chicanery going on, creatures in combat, you are still on the one side of the broken platform before you go to the bridge. What would you like to do?
So I'm not even in the combat yet?
You are in the area where combat can begin. I'm just letting you know for your positioning. You're not where the others are like in a swarm. You're on the other side of the ice bridge. You have yet to cross that bridge to reach that side of the platform.
So I could just walk away right now.
I mean, there's always answers on the table. I'm just curious which ones you're going to do.
I go home.
Exactly. That's what he said. I'm out of here.
Bye.
He is in character. She is contemplating if she should help. What seems like the closest to me? Like the closest
to you.
me?
Oh, closest to you would be the one that is currently to the east, which got, it's literally not far from Jack Blackman, a good 10 foot at best. You are 30 foot away. If you decide to go across the bridge with part of your movement, you could close that gap pretty easily. The bridge is still holding. Its structural integrity has not been compromised, even though there is a spear sticking out of it.
So the guy who summoned the golems are not there, right?
The guy who summoned the golems has turned, to your perception, he's not here. Like, he activated some type of cloaking technology and has disappeared from sight. That does not mean he has not disappeared from presence. You could try to detect person or any number of skills to see if they're still here.
Can I make a perception or investigation to kind of home in on where he is?
Absolutely. Which one do you have the higher bonus in? And we'll go with that.
Perception. I have a +5.
Then we'll do perception. I'd like to see my players have success. I'll give you the best options on the table. Using your perception, you're going to see if...
Go ahead.
They're both insight driven?
Insight and perception are both +5, so either one.
Either or. Again, some characters do have minor discrepancies in their stats. I'd rather give you the best options on the table. The challenge to overcome... It's a 10. So it's half of a d20, all right? It's one half of the line.
I got a 12.
I think you can overcome
it. +5.
Oh, the fates are almost guiding you as the sounds of combat, the smells of blood in the air, everything kind of mutes out as you hear a noise. It's almost as if you can hear the heartbeat of this Jonathan hiding somewhere nearby. You can easily hone in on them.
Do I sense like power or like energies or magics around me?
Why, as a matter of fact, yes, you do. You sense a lot of magic in the air as literal life force itself has an intrinsic energy you're able to tap into. Having the deck of many augment your senses.
I suppose I can help. Plus the power boost would be a great addition. I smell someone. And she holds out her hand towards the heartbeat she has sensed. And she is going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Oh, that is so good. That's what I was hoping was going to happen. Okay, so the challenge rating to hit the invisible target, because you've managed to hone in on them with their heartbeat. Oh, that's a 2.
Okay, so I had to roll higher than a 2. Oh, no,
absolutely.
Wait. So the... Okay.
So the entity failed in order to hide because he was trying to do to try and evade, but he can't evade. That was his quick action. He cannot escape. He cannot retreat. He cannot activate secondary alert. So literally his cloaking fails in that moment. Yeah, you hit. Like, you see the cloaking device has failed and it short circuits. There's electricity flowing around his body.
Yeah.
But you can clearly see him.
She points at, before he goes invisible, you see her, she says, I smell someone nearby. And she holds out her hand, and almost like instead of this blue lightning, it's almost kind of like a dark purple, and it just shoots out her hand, and you just hear her go, found you. And she just shoots that lightning bolt at him.
Roll for your damage, please.
That is a 8d6, which in total, the maximum amount, well, not maximum, that is a 25 in damage.
Oh, on 25 points of damage, the gentleman's body is flailing and contorting from the electrical current flowing through his body. He is susceptible to electricity. So he is flailing, he is stammering, he is in pain. You see him like clutch literally his arms over his body. You see steam rolling off of his form. The literal heat from your electricity has fried parts of the moisture attached to the leathers of his jacket. So it is singed, it is discolored. He is standing, but he is not happy. Due to him being hit, he is going to do Enhanced Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, I wish I took counterspell. Okay.
What is your armor class?
My armor class is a 10.
See, when it comes to Enhanced Hellish Rebuke, it's an area of effect spell. It's got a 40-foot wide line.
Okay.
Horizontal line, to be precise.
Do I
So
have to
there are
put that?
3 targets in its path. Oh, yeah, you guys are going to get a dex save. Dex save, you guys are going to need a 14 or higher to have the damage from this.
Am I in range?
Yes!
Oh, yeah, you're in range.
I rolled a nat 20. I rolled a nat 20.
Oh God!
Wait,
Nat 20, you're taking half damage.
I'm also in range.
Yep, Celestia's in range.
No.
So what's the save?
Would that be Ferrum too?
Yeah, everybody needs to do a save in this case. That would be a dexterity save.
I got a 20.
All right, so that's 2 passes, 3 passes,
13.
failure.
No.
3 out of 4 ain't bad. As you can see that the Hellish Rebuke flames and darkness wash over you, doing half points of damage. You, Jack, however, because this is your fated enemy, at least one of, they are hitting you full force. I need my 4d6s.
I will take half that damage with my guardian attack.
Yeah, you will be taking half the damage, but it means you're going to be calculated to full damage because you also take
Correct.
from your own attack.
Yep.
Just making sure you're aware.
Yep.
Oh, okay. 6, 10, 12, 16 points of damage spread across 4 targets. You will be taking all 16, Dr. Ferrum, but Jack Blackman, you'll be taking half, so that is 8. Everybody else who passed the dex save, you are taking 8 points of necrotic damage.
I have something.
I got you, Blackman.
Yeah. Well, it still fucking hurts.
Yeah. But what
And I look at Jonathan. I'm like, how'd that lightning taste?
You're gonna find out what's gonna taste even better real quick.
So,
Hot toast.
I do have a feature.
I saved a bullet for you.
All right, what is your feature?
I have Eyes of the Dark, but since I am level 5, I am allowed to cast, with 2 sorcery points, I am allowed to cast Darkness.
Oh! As you are casting darkness, you're exchanging 2 of your sorcery points. A massive, inky, black, cloudy darkness. Literally almost like a miasmic cloud spreads out from you.
Yeah, I put it on the Sworn Enemy, or Jack Black's Sworn Enemy, and all he's gonna hear from the darkness is, "Your eyes deceive you."
He will have disadvantage on trying to strike allies within this area.
And with the Eyes of the Dark, I believe I am able to see through the darkness, so I can keep attacking him while he's in the dark.
Yes, you are immune to your own darkness, but this also means your allies will have disadvantage on hitting them as well, because they do not have your same immunity. Keeping that aware for the allies.
I am putting darkness on him for his turn, so I will break
I understand.
another spell.
Understandable. You are holding the darkness in order to occlude him to give you and your allies defense. You have the benefit of hitting, but your allies will have a negative as we are popping over to Jack Blackman.
Okay, so does this darkness cover the whole room, or is it just where he is?
Just where he is. It's a 15-foot cubic space, if memory serves correctly.
Okay. Where is he in the room?
He's within the inky black mass on top of the general platform behind one of the golems. So if the golem was trying to attack you towards your immediate east, which would be your right, they're behind them. They've been watching with a sadistic glee most of the time until they got hit by a random bolt of purple fuck you energy.
So is one of the golems covered too, or is it just...
Oh yeah, one of the golems is covered as well. They are within the 15-foot radius.
I'm going to try to see if I can hit that golem.
You're going to pass up on Jonathan to hit the okay. Oh, okay.
Well, if the
Okay.
golem
All right.
explodes, if I have 4 attacks, so if the golem explodes.
Okay, I see your logic. I cannot fault it. The entity's armor class is a 15, but you have -2 to trying to hit it in the first place because it is within the inky miasmic blackness. So, let's see what you got.
I have 4 chances to do this.
You only have one shot.
Oh my god! 23 minus 2 is 21!
21 on the first shot is going to guarantee a hit. Roll your other 3 to see how many of them will connect.
Okay. Ooh. 22!
Second one's going to hit. Not a problem. Are you sure you're not regretting going after the boss now? You have 2 more attacks. Let's see if they also will connect.
16?
16 is just 1 point above Abel because it's a 15. So that's a third confirmed, but no crit. You have 2 crits, a non-crit, and 1 more to get.
And another 16.
Oh, all 4, you're gonna, like, all your guns are blazing. It's just gonna be pop, 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 pop. So, since 2 of them are crits and 2 of them are not, roll for me your 2 crit damages first.
So that is double damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Oops. 16. So that is 32 points of damage from the first 2 shots.
All right. At 32 points of damage, the upper part of the golem has been blown off, and you can see the thermonuclear device is almost releasing an eerie glow, almost as if it's drawing your targeted attention. And Jonathan sees this, or at least he senses this, because his eyes are not trusting him, but he can sense that something bad is about to happen due to the fact he has the alert perk. Take aim at the thermonuclear device with your remaining 2 shots. You rolled them. You can't stop them.
Hey,
After all,
Johnny
you
boy.
can't take back a bullet once fired.
You ready? I'm gonna make sure you stay dead.
That's your crits off the table. Roll for your regular damage on the 3rd shot towards the thermonuclear device inside the golem's body.
All right. Okay, that's a so 7 plus 8 is 15.
On 15 points of damage, you've managed to scar and scratch up and partially rupture the canister that holds the explosives inside the thermonuclear device, and it grows highly unstable. As your 4th shot rings towards the explosion, roll for me your damage before I tell you what happens, just for posterity's sake.
You mean roll my damage again, or like what?
Yeah, your last shot, your 4th shot. Like, you rolled 3. You still need to give me the official damage on your last shot before I tell you what happens from here.
Give me just a moment.
That's not terrifying at all.
And again, we cross our I's and T's here.
It is 8.
As that last round goes through the fire cloud that starts to release from the thermonuclear device, you see it glowing red hot for just a moment as it whizzes through the air. The golem is dead, but Jonathan is not. Jonathan is going to take the retreat action and attempt to move. He's going to take half damage from your shot. As taking that half damage, you see that there's a metal ching spark as he flies back, and revealed underneath is a silver cross. One you know very, very well, Jack. For a moment, the world is black and white as we are transported to the past. You, on a lonesome prairie, beneath a tall willow tree, holding Loretta Lynn close, handing her this silver crucifix, reminding her of a future that can be. As we're snapped back to the present, and you notice that same crucifix has now deflected around, protecting Jonathan from sheer death.
You son of a bitch!
I've been calling much worse. You want it so bad, cowboy. Go ahead and take it. I'm gonna kill you. You've been trying for so long, little man. You don't even know how long y'all been out here. You'll find out in time.
Celestia, you're up on the docket. You've been seeing all of this happen, the explosions, the fireworks, the bullets and laser rounds flying through the air, one of which turning into a little ball of plasma and firing like a bullet towards the enemy, barely managing to escape with his own life, but taking pride in his death-defying escape. What do you do?
Away from him, am I?
You are currently 20 foot away after him being blasted back by the force of the lightning bolt and dodging the round. He was originally 10 foot, then he moved 5 foot to dodge and 5 foot to retreat.
I'm casting Starry Wisp.
Ooh, please tell us what Starry Wisp does.
So, you watch a creature and object within range make a ranged spell attack on target. It takes 1d8 of radiant damage until the end of your next turn.
Beautiful.
It emits,
You can easily target it on.
and it also emits light, so it can also help see because is he still in the darkness technically?
Yes, he would still be within the sphere of influence of the dark. So you're going to basically turn him into a living torch within the darkness, right?
Yeah.
All right. Your Starry Wisp very easily cuts through the darkness. Roll for your damage.
Roll 8 damage.
8 points of damage. As you see that radiant blast leave you, it's almost in the shape of a Novanic star about to go super critical before it impacts into the enemy. You see it leave an emblazoned mark across their chest where they got impacted, and their whole body now glows an iridescent light, an icy blue almost, in tune with your energy. For now, everybody can see it glowing within the darkness. Is there anything else you choose to do on your turn, Celestia?
Do I want to double him?
You tell me what you want to do, and we'll see if the universe lets it happen.
Do I have another action?
I will allow you a second action.
Can I just chug my ice knife?
Yes, due to the fact that what you use as a ranged spell attack would classify at cantrip speed, I can allow you to do a ranged physical throw. So you're going to throw ice knife at the enemy?
Yes.
All right, this will be a basic ranged attack, so instead of magic, this will be based on your strength stat. So apply your strength bonus when you roll. Enemy's armor class is a 14 due to being lit up like a Christmas tree.
20. Nice. So that would be 20.
What did you roll?
A 20.
Oh, beautiful. Then it'd be double damage. Please, roll for me your double damage.
So that would be 2d10 damage.
Yes, it would.
Ooh. That would be 19.
On 19 points of damage, as you fling that ice knife through the air, you hear a strangled, gurgling noise of pain as Jonathan is now clenching his hand in pain. The crucifix he was once holding is now dropped to the floor, barely hanging on by a thread to the ductwork that's attached to the ground, but still just barely within grabbable reach. It's almost as if your ice has made it stick to the material. The man is in pain, but he is far, far from done.
Chippy!
I take it as the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Then that'll move us on to Dr. Ferrum.
Jonathan is currently in darkness, correct?
Yes, he is glowing like a Christmas tree within darkness, though. So the negative is negated.
So I can see him, right? The flames.
Yeah, you can literally see his glowing outline in the midst of the darkness and swirling, almost like a black light glowing in the dark rave.
Okay. My initial plan is I would like to run up and grapple him while also trying to control the flames on him, but that is 2 actions, so I do want to be careful on that.
I'll allow you to start with the grapple. Let's see if that holds. If it does, then I'll allow you to take a second action and try and control the flames. So let's handle the grapple first. This is strength versus strength, right?
Yep, I'd like to run up to him and just essentially tackle him to the ground.
All right, so we'll use a charge action for that. Enemy's armor class is a 14, as stated, due to the negatives that are being applied. This is strength versus strength. Entity for a strength check rolls a 17. So you're going to have to beat the 17 on the grapple.
It is a 14 plus 1. It does not.
As you have tackled him, he takes the impact, but he kind of smiles at you.
Yeah.
The good doctor. I heard so much about you. Afraid I'm not ready for no house call yet.
With that, he puts his foot in your chest and thrush kicks, pushing you back 15 feet. You take no damage due to the distance between you and the enemy, but you have been displaced from his general physical presence.
Okay.
What else do you do?
I would like to take control flames, and I
Absolutely.
would like to look at him, and I'd be like, Jonathan, it's been a pleasure. And I want to take all of the flames on him, and I want to essentially crawl them up his body into his mouth and out his nose down into his lungs.
Oh man!
I said you want to light his lungs on fire.
I understand exactly what you're going for. Due to the difficulty on the table of that, I'm going to have to say that is a 19 or higher for you to achieve what you're looking for. Plot point is not applicable. Yes, because our boss is not even close to 10% life. Plot point cannot be applied as a kill streak. So this must be a 19 or higher as a natural challenge.
Okay, so just roll a straight 19. That's it.
19 or 20. Hit me with it. No bonuses.
Oh,
this is
4.
all. I'm afraid, though you have managed to control the flames and you could reduce the amount of damage to the nearby facility, they are not leaving his body. It's almost like the flames are starting to fuse with his form, becoming part of who he is.
You will hear Ferrum have this pure, like literally iron on iron screeching across it and scream at him, just like this noise straight at him.
That is beautiful. Do you want to try that as an intimidation check?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. I'll
right,
always roll this dice. That's an 18.
Passive perception for the... okay, here we go. Entity matches you on an 18. Holy shit. So he matches your steely personality and attitude, almost snarling a bit. With his good hand, he reaches into his breast pocket, pulls out a cigar, lights it from the flames atop his shoulder, and just starts chuffing on this fat boy right in front of you, in defiance of your intimidation. Celine, you're up next.
Me. Okay.
Yes. What do you do after unveiling Jonathan to the world and putting some hurt with that lightning? He has been causing a lot of trouble. What do you do?
So he's currently on fire.
He is currently on fire, minimally, but on fire all the same.
Okay. So he's on fire in my door. Okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to hurl a chromatic orb at level 2, and I choose to use cold damage.
Beautiful. Is this heading to Jonathan or one of the leftover Goliaths?
Jonathan.
I figured. All right. Enemy's armor class is still that 14 right now. Please be my guest. Hit over that 14 to hit it with the chromatic orb.
Range spell attack plus my spell cat. Okay, so I have a spell attack. Roll 20 plus 6. That's gonna be a 18 to hit.
Oh, that is going to hit. Your spell attack crit range, is that on an 18 to 20 or is that a 19 to 20? Spells usually have that listed.
In the spell itself?
Normally, yeah. They would have conditions for crits. Just like a basic attack stat or any spell, like the longbow, longsword, anything like that, they normally have a crit range. Spells normally have a crit range as well.
I think it's just double damage.
Yeah, it normally tells me like it's a 17 through 20, 18 through 20, 19 through 20, like a range.
Oh, double damage.
Until we can find that information, we'll say that is an 18 through 20. If we need to retroactively change it later, we will. But I will allow you crit with your chromatic orb.
Let's roll. Boom. That is an 18 times 2. Calculator.
36.
Yep, 36. 36 damage.
That's 36 points of frost damage, and you can see that like bits and pieces of ice cubes are forming on his outer jacket. You can see that you have cut open a gash from some of that jagged ice across his cheek. He is shivering. His breath is apparent in the air, but he is still standing. Due to being attacked in such a terrible way, he is activating Hellish Rebuke, improved. This is a 40-foot line of sight attack. It's basically got straight line.
He has he can't see
Yes.
in the darkness, so
he's blasted. You're right. He can't target. He can send it out in a general direction, hoping to hit something. So I will have to select. Each of you have your armor class and he has negatives to it. So one at a time, starting with closest. Jack, your armor class, I believe, was a 15?
Yes.
That was 15 for Celestia. Yours, I believe, was an 11 or 12?
Yeah, 11.
That's what I thought. Dr. Ferrum, your armor class, I think it's somewhere around a 15 or a 16, or is it an 11? I forget.
It is a 17.
17. I was close.
I casted. I'm trying to keep bark armor, bark skin cast at all times. So.
Oh, okay. I understand why you got the augmentation. That's why I was taking a look at your character sheet. I was like, hold on. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so 15, 11, a 17, and Celine, your armor class?
10.
Okay. Rolling a d4 to select my targets for today, enemy is going to attempt to fire at Jack Blackman.
Damn it!
Hellish fire heading in a direction towards you. They have a negative, so they need to overcome your 15 with a -2. That's a 17 -2. That's a 15. That is right on target.
Oh God.
Oh, okay. Due to the fact that I already used one of the improved spell charges, I go down a damage dice, so this is 3d6 and no longer 4. Each time I used improved Hellish Rebuke, I lose a damage dice till I'm down to 2d6. Figured it's a fair negative to apply to that at this level of adventuring for you guys.
Would I be able, as a bonus action, to pull from the deck of anything?
Why, yes, you would, and I hoped you would say something. You'll see that there is a wild magic table that has been shared on the server. Please, since you're using this as a quick action, if you take a look, it's actually in our sister campaign under Evernight, and I will make sure to copy it here.
Your campaign.
Not a quite so subtle plug for the new campaign coming.
Link.
While we wait, please take a moment to freely converse amongst yourselves.
I am going to die. But then again, once her turn's over, it's my turn. Bring on the pain. I still have 3 shots.
For our players that had to step away, we are currently waiting for Celine to return. They are about to pull a card from the deck of many as a quick action. I finished reading out to them the whole list of wild magic from that table. You can read it at your disclosure in the side chat as you wish. At the moment, this is free conversation moment between players while we wait for a player to return. So feel free to talk a little bit about what you've already experienced.
I'm about to pull something on my next turn that nobody would ever expect me to pull.
If you even get the chance.
My apologies.
Hopefully. Maybe.
If you guys didn't see, I had posted that in the chat here in this comms.
Okay.
I did see.
Welcome back, Celine.
I found it. I found the chart.
Thank you.
Okay. So I have to roll a d10?
Welcome back. Yes, you'll need to roll a d10 and tell me the results, and then that will be the wild magic that is selected.
Okay. So she rolled a 7.
You rolled a 7.
Sabrina.
Mist of Vraina. Caster releases an enchanted fog, forcing all entities within to make a wisdom saving throw. On a 14 or lower, all entities within the fog become confused and attack the nearest target, be it enemy or ally. As you reach into the deck of many and pull a glowing card, it has a large interlocking spiral within another spiral, known as the Hypnotist. It releases this fog from your general vicinity, encompassing all enemies in the nearby area. One at a time, for 3 enemies that remain, I'm going to have to roll and see if each one overcomes that challenge of a 14. Otherwise, they start attacking anything in the nearby vicinity, enemy or ally alike. First one succeeds on a 19. That'd be one of the golems. Second golem on deck. That is a 9. The second golem fails, and you see its eyes begin to swirl in its sockets. Jonathan, up next. Natural 20 out of Jonathan. He has managed to resist the compulsion of the fog. One Goliath, however, this golem, this unnatural being, is enraged and just starts swinging around wildly, smacking the other golem nearby. Rolling for damage.
Brother.
That is 7 points. That is 7 points of damage times 2. You notice that one of the spears has gone through its chest, and there is a glowing device that instantaneously goes off. The closest entity to that, Jack Blackman.
You've doomed me!
You have an ally that has Defender active, so you will still take half damage from this. 2d6 of concussive damage. That's 8 points of concussive damage. That's automatically halved to 4 for you and 4 for Dr. Farah.
Got to, boo.
Yeah, really, if you hadn't done that.
You're a bang bang shooty guy. I'm a big strong big boy. Truly,
You're a tank.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Celine,
Yeah.
you notice that there is motes of light starting to build around the ground near you, and they start to form a symbol. You notice that you are now trapped within a caster's spell circle.
What?
Lightning begins to pool around you as Thunderbolt is cast from Jonathan in your direction. I have to overcome your armor class, which I know to be on the lower side. Entity still has disadvantage, mind you. Not one with -2. It's a -2.
Can I do
Yeah, on a critical failure, absolutely. What is it you'd like to do?
that magic he's using? Would I be able to absorb it?
On a failed cast, absolutely. Instead of it being a controlled blast of electricity, it comes out as unrefined mana. You are very easily able to zap that into your body. You will recover 6 points of HP if you have taken any damage.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back to full. And as this like this thunder forms around me, or this mana, it seems as it's pushing up, you see it go into my fingertips, and all you just hear from Celine is, "Oh, that feels good."
Jonathan is going to take a quick action. Oh, I'm glad that you do. So Jonathan is taking a quick action. Seeing that his plasma has literally been absorbed by one of the nearby enemies to him, he begins to take a desperate action. You notice that he has this unusual kind of glowing device in his hand, right? What he originally used to transform all of these entities around you from structural pillars. He has a desperate look in his face, and he addresses Jack Blackman.
Never thought it'd come the day where I have to actually face you. But I guess I don't have much of a choice now, do I? You're about to understand the concept of little man all too well.
He hits a side button on the device, and it turns into a hypodermic needle. And you notice, unable to take action, that he jams himself with this needle right in the chest. And his body begins to surge and transform rapidly. One arm lurches to a massive size, while the other one shrinks, becomes very weak and brittle. One leg grows to monstrous size, but the other one grows brittle in response. As the body continues to morph and change, it's not like anything you've seen so far. All of the limbs suddenly bulk up to massive proportions. The legs, everything. This thing goes from the average, 6-foot tall man to a towering 17-foot mass of muscle and metal. You are facing an Amalgate Chimera. What once was a fully functioning thinking man is now a savage beast of genetic mutation and sins against nature itself. It lets loose a bellowous roar. I'm going to need everyone to have to roll for me a Constitution save.
Oh, yay.
Only due to the creature being augmented, you all get disadvantage on this one.
Oh, so I have to roll
15. So.
Yeah.
is a 16.
Oh yeah. The creature rolled a nat 20.
Well, damn. We're all
I have silvery barbs.
Are you going to silvery barb so I'm aware before I say what happens?
Is it still in my darkness? Does it have advantage?
Oh, that darkness is gone. At this stage, that darkness is gone due to you absorbing the nearby lingering mana.
Okay. Yeah.
You're not taking any damage from this, but you're all going to have to immediately run 15 feet away in a nearby direction. It forces you all to take a disengage action. The little platform that you're standing on is rumbling and shaking from the might of this roar. When all of a sudden, you hear a very soft click, click noise. All sound seems to stop for just a moment when a high-pitched whistle breaks through the air. A singular round makes its way through the head of one transformed Jonathan, and you see the body flail before it falls over dead. On a nearby catwalk, staring down and looking at you, is a humanoid figure wrapped in black cloth with a large, glowing-barreled rifle in their hands. Jack, as it's your perspective, what do you do?
That shot. Couldn't have done better myself. Might I ask, who are you?
The stranger regards you. You can almost see a calculative look appearing in their eye before slowly, almost reluctantly, they take off their face mask. They take off the wrappings covering their body. Standing before you is a silver-haired gentleman, long handlebar mustache, curled up at the corners, a fine silver suit. His signature walking cane seems to be strapped to his hip, and in his place is this large rifle. And he looks down at you.
Well, I couldn't wait on you all to save me, no matter how many times I tried to reach out to you. It's taken forever. What did you expect, Jack? Me to wait while you'd finally take your post?
Ollivander, you son of a bitch.
Now, did you expect me to leave you all on your own out here with no defense, no hope? Now, I couldn't very well be a world leader if I did that.
I owe you a drink, it seems.
You owe me more than that. You'd better wait. I have something for you.
And he starts to choke as blood pools from his mouth and a blade protrudes from his chest. And behind it, you see a gentleman that looks strikingly familiar, Jack. Your jawline, your eyebrows, the snarled lip that you always pull when you're displeased.
I told him to shut his damn mouth.
My boy.
And who are you supposed to be, some kind of wannabe sheriff in town?
Boy, you ought to respect your father better than that.
Father? What kind of nonsense you talking, old man? I ain't got no daddy. I ain't got nobody. The name's Whistler.
Is that what Loretta told you?
I don't know no Loretta, man. They call me Whistler, 'cause all you hear before I kills you is the whistle of death.
Funny, you got my face.
Must be some kind of strange coincidence or sickness gone round.
As he says this to you, you notice an older lady starts to make her way from out of the crowd. Not much older than you at this stage, but a little bit. You couldn't miss that if you wanted. You couldn't miss that attitude, that striking pose, that flowing hair. But something's not quite right, Jack. Though these people look very familiar to you, they don't feel the same.
Loretta?
The woman looks down on you from up above, a silent tear falling down from her eye as she turns and walks. The man gives you a little smirk and a one-finger salute. Before he hits a button attached to his wrist, a glowing doorway opens before him and the lady, and they stride out, leaving you in the complex.
Oh, wait.
And that is where we end our session for today. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and may the dice roll forever in your favor.